You're up, buddy.
I'm awake.
Jason, let's go, Jason.
I don't look like that guy. What did you
You
say
do
his
look like
name
that
was?
guy. So we're going to start this conversation. I told him he looks like Jason Statham. And
And,
honestly, you do. You really do.
and I said, I need to look up that guy because I don't watch movies or TV really. And then I
So he
looked him
didn't
up.
even know. Listen,
No,
I mean, whoever's listening, he didn't even know who he was. He's like
just
he's like a mega superstar.
no. He may be. I'm just so out of it in terms of pop culture or anything. I go to take my kids to go to school. I go to work. I go to work out. I come home. I watch sports. I do dad stuff, and that's it. That's like it. I lead a sheltered life, Richard. I'm not some. You are this. You're the mega star. You're out there. You're mingling,
He's not.
socialite,
He's
all of
seriously.
that.
He's seriously
Socialite.
He deflected. That was called deflection. That was called deflection. And here's the thing: I get up at 4:45 every day.
Oh,
So when I do that, I have like 3 hours to kill, and I read. Why am I talking about me?
no, that's good. Go with it. It sounds great. I like it.
No, it's horrible. So okay, I'll talk about me. So, that sounded bad. I have emails I respond to. I've got 700,000 emails in my computer, literally.
Uh-huh.
So I respond to emails. I read everything I can find. The New York Post is always a favorite, and so that's how I know these things.
Well, there you
I
go.
don't know them because I know them, and then of course at night we have to stream something. So we stream, and that doesn't mean we're fishing in the stream. We're just streaming. But anyway,
Yeah.
and by the way, you don't know who Jason Statham is or care, and he doesn't know anything about sports. So we're
fair
even.
enough.
And you
Fair
know
enough.
you're the expert. So expert,
Yeah.
pseudo Jason. Mike Tomlin.
Yes.
Will you please explain that to me in rational terms? Because I can't put my.
I think I have this. I think I have a firm grasp on the whole situation. I honestly think I have a firm grasp on the whole situation. All right. And
Go ahead.
everybody did their job. So are you ready for this? So like a couple weeks ago, going on a couple weeks now, that like 10 days ago, 12 days ago, that Doug Whaley, who formerly worked in the front office, and Ryan Clark, as you know, former Steeler, works in the media, and Carson Palmer work in the media. In the course of a couple days, they all said, wow, like if this team's wanted to hit a home run, LSU or USC, they could go after Mike Tomlin. The timing could be right. If there's ever a time, it's now. It's pretty much what they said because you know what they are? They're conversation starters. They're people in the opinion business, and that's what they did. They didn't say, we know he's coming here. They didn't say anything about that. So they did their job. That's number one. Then Mike Tomlin had a press conference, his weekly press conference. He was asked about comments. The person who was the reporter that asked did their job because they're to ask about pertinent things or things that they think Mike Tomlin would want to answer or that the audience wants to know.
It sounded like Tim Benz, but I'm not sure.
It was. It was Tim, yes, who's a great reporter. And then Mike Tomlin answered the question and said, heck no, I'm the coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I want to be the coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is a silly line of questioning. I'm going to be the coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Third person, Mike Tomlin did his job. What's the flub here? Everybody did their job. What are we at odds about?
I agree with that. I think maybe Mike was offended by it, and that. And then I saw Stephen. What's his name?
Stephen A. Smith.
Yes. And then it seems like they tried to turn it into something different than what it was.
Well, they did, and here's the thing that Mike erred is he said, Sean Payton doesn't get asked or Andy Reid doesn't get asked. Sean Payton was in fact asked about the Michigan job and the USC job after he won Super Bowls with the Saints. So that did happen.
So you know what I would say to that, honestly, to everybody? Who cares? Who really cares? It's a non-story in my mind.
It's people in the opinion business and the sports talk business are also in the conversation business, and they push hypotheticals forward to pay a mortgage. That's what they do, and they're conversation starters. And I thought Mike, as much as I like him, I thought he came off a little bit defensive when he could have just said, let me just get this out there for everybody in this tone. I'm not interested in any job anytime soon, probably ever. And that would have solved everything and kept everybody cordial. It was more tense than it ever needed to be, in my estimation.
He was really offended.
Yeah.
I mean, he was really offended. And that was before any Stephen A. Smith comments or commentary. I mean, he was really offended. And because, as we all know, I love Mike Tomlin, I tend to rush to his defense. And I would do that because I do see that. I see part of that. And it's great information. You always seem to have the right information for me, that Sean Payton was asked. And by the way, Sean Payton's not even in Mike Tomlin's league, in my opinion. They're not.
You
even
don't think so?
No.
You know, their records are almost identical, and I'm talking down to 2 games.
I can tell you this: Mike Tomlin was never suspended for a year.
You're right about that. You're correct about that.
Yep. And so let's talk about the quality, the integrity, and the talent combined. If you had one score with all those components in it, man, I'm Mike Tomlin all the way, every day. He's my first hire if I buy an NFL team.
This is the question then for me. Here's the question I think is a good couple-minute conversation and something I'd love for you to expound on. You heard Mike Tomlin's response to that. He felt empowered to tell everybody, this is college is, I don't want to say beneath me, but I'm not a college coach. What are you talking about? Do you feel as if now it's public, so to speak, that Mike Tomlin has a license to coach the Pittsburgh Steelers as long as he wants, if he was empowered to speak as such and answer the question like that?
Do I feel that because of that, or do
you feel like he was comfortable emanating that and saying that and answering the way he did because he knows he's untouchable?
I don't think so. I think that would make it too calculated, and Mike's not that. I don't think that was his motivation. I think he thinks that, but only because his love for them and for us as much as we love him. And I think that knowledge allows you to speak so confidently. And it's not an empowerment, and it's not a bad thing, because I believe that he really believes that for the right reasons, because I was actually hoping the Rooneys would have made a statement on it too. But that would give it life. And why give it life when it's just hyperbole? Who cares? Right?
The way he came off at the end, especially, he felt offended and affronted. There is no question about that.
He did.
And I don't know if I've ever seen him speak in terms of kind of telling people his place and reminding them where he was. And I thought did it go over the line? Probably not. Was it right on the edge? For me, he could have made the point the same way, but he chose that avenue. I'm not saying he was wrong.
But listen, he the way he made that point makes that point.
That really becomes the story.
That's the story. He did. I mean, I've never seen. It's like a walk-off home run. He was a walk-off Mike. I mean, he just hit the ball and got out of Dodge. I didn't say Dodge.
Would you say it would be a mic drop? M-I-K-E drop, Richard?
Yes, it would be a mic drop. See, Jason, you're pretty good.
Enough.
Oh my heavens! But anyway, yes. So that did dominate my thoughts, and it's interesting because I know one time Ken Wisenhunt and I are still really good friends, and when he coached in Arizona, and he was back here, we talked a little bit, and I said, "How does it feel to be an NFL coach?" And he said, "Richard, you know what? Here's how I think about it. I have one of only 32 jobs in the world, and it's just an unbelievable feeling." And I think, think about that in Mike Tomlin's perspective. It's one of 32 jobs. Why would he go to USC? I don't even want to get into the whys and why nots, because it's not. It's hyperbole.
I've said it was nonsense from the very beginning, but it was a talking.
You're the only one that said that, though. Everybody else wants to perpetuate it. but you're
Oh
the only one
yeah.
that called it out and stopped
Oh,
it.
by the way, we're giving away tickets. You know that, to the night Bears game, and there is going to be a
We
code
are?
word
I
in
don't
a
want
little
to.
while. Oh yeah.
I don't
Oh
want to.
yeah.
No, cancel
No. There is a game before that Bears game, and it's the Browns, and I think we should probably talk about the Browns game. They don't
Wow.
know
This is where I depend on you because you have all the inside info.
the
Who's
quarterback is on
playing?
the fence.
Is
Uh,
but is it possible still?
Baker Mayfield has practiced. He's going to go
Oh,
through the week. Here's the question. This another $1 million question for you. Case Keenum has been a serviceable backup. They signed him to a 3-year deal. He's a pretty good backup, a really good backup.
I like him.
Right, but a lot of people do. Baker Mayfield's the starter. What's better to you? An 80% Baker Mayfield, 75% Baker Mayfield, or 100% Case Keenum? Like, I'd be more afraid of Case Keenum at 100%. Give me Baker Mayfield hurt every day, right?
Really?
At Baker
You-
Mayfield, I think those two are closer, even if they're 100%, both 100%. I think they're closer in talent than a lot of people think. I don't think Baker Mayfield's much better than Case Keenum anyway.
Well, that's what I misunderstood you because I agree with you. I'm not Baker Mayfield at 100%. I mean, I got to tell you, up until the end of last year and this year, I wasn't in on Baker Mayfield. Um,
No.
and so yeah, I'm Baker Mayfield hurt. Give me 100% Case Keenum all day long, and beyond that, forget both of them. Give me Chubb.
Turn and hand the ball off. And
Give
that
me Chubb.
scares me as a Steelers fan.
Give me Chubb. I don't know why. I think we're vulnerable to him, but I mean that guy just runs with purpose. And yeah, I'm more afraid of him than both those quarterbacks combined. So I don't know. We won't get to our predictions yet, but um, I'm really excited about this game. I really am. This goes back to what is the bigger rivalry that you and I disagreed on, right? The Cleveland or Pittsburgh. But when we play Cleveland with these kind of things looming, it kind of makes it feel to me like I might have to agree with you. Cleveland might be it.
Wait a minute. This
Yeah,
might
it
be a
might be.
landmark moment in your
Yeah, where I
life.
admitted I might be wrong.
No, I am just saying that a whole generation younger than me doesn't realize what it's like if you never realized the
Yeah,
old Browns to know what the Browns rivalry truly is.
yeah,
Uh,
I agree. I agree.
it's sports, good old sports hate, not hate in a way that is true, but good old sports dislike.
Well, let me go a little
Yeah.
bit off chart here a little bit also because when you talk about the Ravens, what did you think of the decision to sit? What's his name with 6 minutes to go?
I, I don't understand. Do you think the Ravens are a very good football team, by the way?
I don't think the Ravens. I don't think he's a very good quarterback, uh, and it makes them not a very good football team to me. They're way inconsistent to me.
I can't. I don't know if they'll ever muster continuity, and that's the thing for me with the Ravens.
Right.
They look like world beaters one game, and they look like a team that there's no way they can win the division the next game. And I think that Lamar Jackson, the hits start to pile up. They allow him to get hit too much. He's asked to run the football. He throws the football out of the pocket. Like at some point in time, he's just not. And this isn't. I'm not hoping for this. He's just not going to get up. He gets hit so much,
Yeah,
Richard.
it's crazy. It's crazy because but they do that on. I mean, that's their design. They don't
Right.
really have another plan. Their plan is him for Lamar Jackson to run the ball, and it's just crazy to me. I don't understand it. So let's go around the league a little bit real quick.
Yes.
Most overrated draft pick in my mind. I said it then. I'm still saying it. Trevor Lawrence. I think he's a washout. I do. But so
Okay.
I do. You don't agree?
No, I need to see year 2 of Trevor Lawrence and see if the coaching staff changes, to see what happens there, to see if they bring in, if Urban Meyer stays, if there's another offensive guru that comes in there, or how it works out. I'll decide on Trevor Lawrence after year 2.
Okay, Zach Wilson.
It's a tough media market to be in, and he's asked to do a whole lot. I think he was probably overdrafted, and he can't, unless he wins big, he can't win.
Well, I agree with that. So that's the question that I have. Why is it so hard? Now, I really liked their head coach when he was at San Francisco. I really did. I thought he was, And maybe that's just his swim lane. I don't know. And maybe when you take people out of their swim lane and put them in another one, maybe sometimes it doesn't always work. It's too early to say that about him. Robert
Sella.
Sella. Yeah, so maybe too early to say that. But what is it about New York Jets football that keeps them from winning?
Well, for a long time, it was Tom Brady. I mean, they
Well,
had the
yeah,
best.
but they only play them 2 times. I mean, and so yeah, maybe it was, but they can't seem to get it together. And frankly, their quarterback, I was hoping Pittsburgh would have gotten when they dealt him away. Um,
Yeah, to Carolina.
yeah, I really thought he was a perfect fit for Pittsburgh. I really did. He was our model. He's more patterned after the Big Ben model with an arm and the youth, and I thought he would have been really good for us. But I don't know why he couldn't win at New York. Why?
I got one more for you as we circle around. Is the death of the Kansas City Chiefs greatly exaggerated, or are they dead in the water right now?
I don't think it's greatly exaggerated. I think what scares me is when I start to see stars all over the place with endorsements and cutesiness, and I mean, that scares me when I see it. As soon as I saw it, I said he might be headed for a downturn here because I think he's reading his press clippings too much.
I think they're done for this year. I think
Yeah,
they're
I do too.
finished.
I do
I
too.
think they're in the tank.
So do I. I do 100%. And it's a shame because I like Patrick. I do. But man, it's like that big guy upstairs. Every time you start to think that you got the 500 million and you got the deal of the year and you're the best, that guy upstairs, he just might slap you around a little bit and say, you better go down and revisit this.
Yes.
Now, believe me, I'm telling you honestly, I think that. That's why humility is a great thing.
It is. Are we doing a prediction? Is that what you said? Because I've been thinking about that the whole time that you said it, and I don't know. Steelers, Browns in Cleveland. This starts. It's an 11-game season right now. I mean, let's just call it what it is. It's 3-3. It's an 11-game season. This starts it off. I think the Steelers are going to win 21-20.
Wow, how do you do that? How do you come up with that number?
I
I
think
don't.
they're
I
going to win
can't
by
do
1 point.
scores. I can't do scores. The funny thing is, you start to look at these things, and 5 points. If you win by 5, I mean, it's really a touchdown. A difference. This is a touchdown. 7-point difference. 7 versus 5. 1. Wow. So that would be what? 3 touchdowns for the Steelers.
Yeah.
And what for the Browns?
I don't
2
know.
touchdowns and 2
miss
field
extra
goals.
point here and there, a couple field goals, however you want to slice it.
Okay, I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I really don't have a feel for the score, but I do have a feel for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are rested. The caveat to this, for me, is being able to control Chubb.
Oh, for sure. And I think they will. I think Cam Hayward's going to have a really big game. I honestly do.
I'm concerned about that. But man, we've been all around the world today. We've been everywhere. We've been in Kansas City. We've been everywhere.
You know where people want to go, and that's Heinz Field, right? And they can go for the Bears game, night game. As Bill Cowher used to say, people for the night games get well lubricated, their vocal cords.
Oh, by the way, wait, you just brought up Bill Cowher. Give me 10 seconds.
Yes.
Bill Cowher could fix the New York Jets.
Yeah. But why would he want to when he already makes millions?
Yeah, but you didn't ask me that. I'm just telling you. My good. See what happens when you get a professional against an amateur? He kills it.
Yes, but fans get well lubricated, as Bill said, for those night games. So you could have fun, Bears and Steelers. And let's go with and you got to go to the Schultz Ford Instagram page. And the password, the code word, the secret word is Tomlin. You say, right? Tomlin.
I like that.
Tomlin. And we'll give those tickets away. And one thing before we get out of here that's really, and I know you get a lot of pride from this, the people putting their pictures on social media from the game. It makes you feel like you're spreading the joy and spreading the wealth. And that's something that you do a lot. I know that makes you feel good. I know your humility and humble and all of that. But I know your reaction is unbelievable when you see people with those Schultz Ford tickets at the game.
Yes, I don't do commercials with me working in a sneaker shop. But I do. It's all fun. It's all in good fun. Clearly, I know nothing, but I do have an opinion. I may be wrong, but I'm not in doubt.
There it is. Well, Tomlin is the buzzword, the keyword. Go to the Schultz Ford Instagram page and check it all out. Richard,
Thanks,
it's been great. We'll talk
thank
to you.
you again. You're awesome.